that single note, C to be exact. It doesn't have that much emotional value, but when paired with his favorite two buddies, E and G, they form a major chord. This one in particular made you feel relieved or just relaxed. But when E decides to go down a half step, aka go to the black key just below it, the chord may seem to get a little moody, or in musical terms, become minor. As you can see, just by going down a half step, the brain interprets the music in a negative fashion. There are an infinite number of chord combinations, all with their own emotional baggage. This is partially why the music industry hasn't gone completely bankrupt yet. But aside from being purely entertainment, music chords and their major and minor attributes also have their own special role in society as well. For example, you may listen to your favorite march. It may include many major chords to make the piece sound more patriotic. Then, for minor chords, they may be used to paint a picture of negativity and sadness. All in all, music structure plays a major part in how your brain interprets and listens to music.
It has been shown in studies by many different groups, including Harvard and Ashford University, that listening to music stimulates large portions of the brain and causes some pretty unexpected health benefits. Music can greatly help people struggling with depression or insomnia, and can also make your immune system more capable of fighting off diseases. In a more extreme case, however, 60 different severe stroke patients were observed with music therapy every day. The patients who regularly listened to music for 3 months had verbal memory improved by 60% compared to the 29% of people who didn't. They also improved by 17% in a category called focused attention, where the others didn't improve at all.
Music is something that is special to humans. It may seem like other animals create music. Birds create sounds with defined rhythms and pitches, but their music is actually them communicating, while our concept of music is expression of emotion. Music has a huge influence on our emotions. We even think of music in terms of happy or sad or beautiful or tense. The emotions that we feel in response to different kinds of music have scientific proof. A study in the Nature Neuroscience Journal investigated the brain's response to different kinds of music. It showed that in general, pieces with a minor key signature triggered the sad parts of the brain, and major pieces triggered the happy parts. Another factor in how a song makes you feel is how fast or slow the piece is. A fast piece can be exciting, playful, or aggressive, while a slower piece can be sad and meaningful. These factors play into the reason that you choose the music you do. When you listen to music, your current mood can influence what song you pick. For example, if you are in a good mood, you might listen to music that is positive or uplifting in order to preserve that mood. But when you are feeling sad or depressed, you might listen to sad music to cope with your feelings and get over them. The reason your favorite song is so meaningful to you is because it is emotionally tied to your brain through past experiences.
Another area in which music has a huge impact on our brain is in education. However, don't just take my word for it. Here's Mrs. Garcia, a music teacher at her school, to hear her thoughts. So how long have you been teaching music?
This is my 19th year that I've been teaching music. I started in the fall of 2000, and all years have been here at Sarita Unified School District.
Did music academically help you in school?
I think music helps in many different ways for school. I was really busy with band. I also did winter guard. I also did sports. But I think one of the things is because of so much commitment of outside of class time that you need for practicing and for rehearsing and performances, that you learn a lot about balance in your schedule that helps you prepare for life later, because you're thinking about how you balance working with other people. You think about how you got to balance your own personal preparations and then just in general time.
I definitely agree. Do you think music academically helps your students?
Academically, music does help. Some of the things that help more than other things is certain disciplines of music. So when you're thinking about the main forms of what we teach in music education, we're talking about choir, band, orchestra. Those are the three main, and percussion is part of the band experience. But when you're looking at the ones that have ways to help your brain grow, it's through the understanding of the music theory behind each of those disciplines. So the more that you understand the pattern of whole notes and half notes to make a major scale, that concludes you to how to make a pattern for an algebraic equation or for a geometry equation or for chemistry. So it's all about formulas, and each time you put in a formula, you get the same answer regardless where you start. So music has a lot to do with that. It's not just counting to 4 and adding up. It also is the only time that your brain is using all 4 quadrants of the right, left, front, and back sections of your brain that actually help your brain grow and develop evenly. So it's supporting your memory, it's supporting your frontal growth, your emotional growth.
If someone was considering doing music education, what would you tell them?
Well, that's something that's a little bit harder, only because it needs to be your passion all along. It can't be a hobby. I've met people before who they go into it because they love music and they want to teach it, but the amount of time commitment that goes into, especially at the high school level of teaching, is like any sports area, but instead of it just being a season, it's all year long. So when people say, what are your other hobbies? I don't have other hobbies because I'm here at the school so much of the time. So you have to, again, go back to the balance issue. It's hard to keep balance. A lot of high school music teachers burn out after 7 years. If you make it through 7 and you're still going, you usually have a good fighting chance.
That was our
of making it a
podcast, How
career.
Music Affects the
But,
Brain. If you want to
burnout
know
is a
more,
pretty heavy
some
thing for
interesting
high school
topics are music therapy and music theory. We hope
Thank
you
you.
enjoyed this podcast. Bye.
Most experts say that it is imperative that schools keep the music education. It results in better academic performance and better social skills. However, despite all these benefits, many schools are cutting music programs. Is music education worth the money it takes to have it?